Good evening. Welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here's the news today. State budget revenue in 11 months has exceeded 16% compared to the estimate, of which the central budget increased by nearly 15% of the estimate. This is clear demonstration of the effort in macroeconomic management and anti-inflation by the National Assembly and the government during the past 11 months. State budget revenue in 11 months is steady. This is mainly because economic activity continued to maintain the recovery momentum and positive growth. In 2022, the government did not set the goal of budget revenue as the top priority, but devote on resources to supporting businesses to restore production and business. Implementing this policy, the financial sector has continued to implement policy to extend and reduce taxes and fees issued to support people and businesses with a total of over 186 billion Vietnam dong. Revenue managed by the tax sector has reached over 1.3 billion dongs. Cities of 63 localities have collected more than 95% of the estimate. The total import-export turnover increased sharply, in which the import turnover with tax increased sharply, so the revenue from the balance of import-export activity reached nearly 264,000 billion Vietnam dong, or 25.1%. Information on the result of the implementation of support package of socio-economic recovery and development. The Ministry of Finance said that by the end of November 2022, taxes have been extended to about 105.9 trillion Vietnam dong. The extension of value-added tax, corporate income tax, personal income tax, and land rent is about 96.3 trillion dongs, extending the asset tax on domestically manufactured of a same cost to about 3.6 trillion Vietnam dong. Rewriting policy on tax exemption, reduction, and extension of taxes and fees. The policy belongs to the Socio-Economic Development and Recovery Program with the accepted scale when formulating policy beyond 64 trillion Vietnam dong. Also, up to about time, it is estimated that the exemption of reduction of about 47.8 trillion dong account for about 74% of the expected number. Yesterday, the Đồng Nai Provincial Police Force raised Cultural Bar in Dong Thống Nhất Quận, Biên Hòa City, discovered one case of illegal drug possessions and 11 people tested positive for drugs. At the time of inspection, the Cultural Bar had about 150 people gathered to enjoy the loud music, in which the police force called Trần Tình Phu, born in 1991, living in Phú Tân Hoa, Biên Hòa City, possessing 2 packages of drugs, 5 ecstasy pills, 1 cell phone. Continuing to check, the police force also discovered a packet of synthetic drugs and dozens of smiley bones scattered on the floor, along with many other drug ingredients. Through a wit test, 14 cases were positive for narcotics, including 3 employees of the shop. The top U.S. agencies officials said fighting in Ukraine is likely to subside over the winter as Russia and Ukrainian forces prepare to counterattack in the spring. Director of National Intelligence R.V. Ellis said most of the fighting is currently taking place around Bakhmut and other parts of the eastern Donetsk region, Bakhmut is one of the Ukraine's strongholds in the region. She said hostility has slowed down after Russian forces withdrew from area west of Kherson in November and moved east of the Dnipro River. The conflict has subsided, and that could be what we see in the coming months, she said. Regarding the view that Russia is seriously lacking in the weapons, Hannes said their resistance ammunition are running out. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the EU may take rebalancing measures to address the distortion of competition caused by huge U.S. subsidies. Speaking at a European university in Bruges, Belgium, Ms. von der Leyen said the bloc must act to rebalance the playing field, where President Joe Biden's Inflation Reduction Act and other measures create distortions. In other words, we need to do our homework here in Europe, and at the same time, we have to work with the U.S. to minimize competitive disadvantage. The U.S. Inflation Reduction Act is a plan worth about €350 billion The program provides subsidies and tax breaks for companies that use American products or make them in the United States. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.